welcome to Little Patch today. You are in for a treat here today. I'm in here getting this storage room cleaned up and the new set of units done to expand the storage of my food that I grow and preserve on the shelves here. So today I'm starting to clean up in here. I have a heap of things that have been just dumped on this table. So what's going to happen is this table here is going to be made smaller. It can become smaller, and I'm going to move it up this side. And the new shelving unit I have is going to go along here. So I'm then going to have third shelf in here, because there's a few things in one of our other rooms that we need to move out because my daughter's expanding to 2 rooms so that she's got some more room while she's still here. And so some of that stuff needs to come in here, and also so I have more room for the upcoming summer crop that I cannot wait to get into the garden. If you haven't seen the summer prepping videos, guys, I'm going to link them up the top here, and I'll link the playlist at the end as well, so you guys can go and check that out. So this will probably take me over a couple of days to do, just because I've got work as well. So come in and join me in here today. So today is not really about cleaning out my pantry stores, though it does need to be done. Today is about getting the new shelving unit done up, and then I can go and sort it out. So this is the shelving unit. It is an awesome unit. They are $249. So apparently each shelf can hold 180 kilos. It's quick and easy to assemble sometimes. No bolts or screws, which is awesome for me. It says what? Bracing, extra bracing, which is good, especially when you've got jars and stuff like that on it. And then it's got a flush top finish, which is this surface here. It's not sealed or anything like that, but it is really nice. It's a nice looking unit to have. So they are very well worth the purchase. You can get them in different heights and different sizes. That is what I'm putting in here to put some more stuff in this room, to make a better choice, to make a better use of this room, and because there's a lot of empty space in the middle of this room that can be used. Now, I normally do my dehydrating on this table here behind me, but the dehydrators will probably end up on the shelf as well, depending whether this table will actually fit at the other end of the room and not cause too many problems getting in and out. So with that, guys, let's get on with it. Get this floor vacuumed and get this thing unboxed, hey? Don't you love a vacuum cleaner with a mini cord? This is all I get. Maybe 2 meters of cord? get ready for work. So I'm going to have to leave this. I am probably literally 10 minutes away from being finished, but you know, you can't be late for work. So I'll just quickly show you where I'm at. So it is very simple and easy. It's probably taken me only about half an hour so far to actually get this together. Now, the biggest important bit is these little lugs. Some of these aren't quite sitting in because I'm not quite strong enough to push them down. You can sort of see that they're not quite sitting in the actual, whereas this one is. So I'm going to need to get either hubby or someone a bit stronger than me to give them a push down, but it will sit there. Now, the good bonus about this is at any stage I want to change the size of my shelving, I can just empty them and change the sizing of them. As you can see, this shelf here, we made this one larger on the bottom to fit all my canners into it, and this one here will be exactly the same heights as the new one that I'm doing now. So we made the bigger one, that one a bit bigger and that one a little bit smaller, just so that all the canners will fit down the bottom. I am leaving them down the bottom down there. I'm not moving them because that is a really good spot for them. So, but yeah, so literally I've got the last couple of rows to put up around the top of this and then put the lid on top of it, and then I am done with my shelving unit. So, but I will finish that after work, because right now, if I don't go and get changed now, I am going to be late for work, and the boss doesn't like that very much. So I will finish this off tonight when I get back from work, and if I can get these, I might grab a hammer and a bit of plank of wood or something and bang those down a bit myself, and then I might actually start filling this with some of the stuff that needs to come in here. So I will see you back again in a click. For you guys, for me, it'll be about 8 or 9 hours. I'll see you then. Morning, guys. Last night was a very, very, very bad idea to come home at midnight and try and finish this thing off. So I'm back in here this morning and take these shelves out and make sure everything's pushed in properly. Put the panels, the supports, cross supports in, and get this thing finished. So we'll try again this morning with refreshed body and mind, and get this thing happening. So I went down to the shed, I got me a piece of old wood and a little mini sledgehammer thing here, and that's what I'm going to use to push these panels in properly. But first, let's get these ones out. That's it, guys. My shelves are done. I can now start filling them up. That's not going to be hard, I can tell you now. So it's taken me a little while. I've rearranged a bit. You can see that I started putting a lot of my stuff in the middle. Sorry, the lighting in here is not very good. So that's the middle rack. I've moved a lot of my jars and stuff to the middle because I can actually work from both sides of this one, so I can stack stuff down here, and then when I do some more shopping to restock what I don't have, I can work from both sides. Same with this one. I have put all the pasta and containers this side, and then I can put other jars and stuff on this side, so I can get it from both sides. And that is what I was losing a lot with these shelves. It's not so bad with my preserves because I can stack them towards, you know, do a whole row of the same thing, and just get them all stacked in there like that, and then work from the front and work my way back. But when I had all the store-bought stuff in this side, it was really hard. Like you know, so you can see the racks, they're at the back there. So to stack stuff in front of it means I can't see what's at the back of it as well. So, but with these double racks, please don't buy these plastic ones. These are the cheap plastic ones. Spend the money and get metal ones. As you can see, these ones are bowed underneath. They do not like the weight. So do spend the money and get the wire ones. These ones are really, really good. I think I usually get them at red dot shops and stuff like that, but spend the money and get the metal ones, not the plastic ones. So yeah, so I lose a fair bit of space, especially to the smaller stuffs and things like that. So now I've got all my seeds stacked in here. All my seed boxes are in here, which is just taking up a lot less space. I could only stack them too high where I had them. It was 2 or 3 high where I had them before. So this is now just my seed spot. For those that are interested, this is the start of the seeds for the next upcoming summer season. There are some videos on that. I'll link them up there and at the end so you guys can check them out. A lot of seeds in this box. I'm not sorting those into their boxes yet because I need to decide which ones I am actually planting in and how many are being stored. So I always buy more than one packet usually of something. So yeah, some things haven't moved, some things have moved. All my preserves haven't moved because that was just going to be way too hard. All my preserving books and some of my cookbooks are now up the top here. I don't carry a lot of them. I usually just work from the ones I like, and then I use then I also use YouTube and places like that to get some of my preserving recipes as well, and Facebook and stuff like that. Some good groups there. So yeah, so I've got my extra jars down the bottom here now. So yeah, so it's all coming together nicely. I have still got a quarter of a shelf there, a bit of a shelf here. I've just got the bookends sitting there, a bit of a shelf here, but there's cat food missing from up there as well, so the cat food needs to go up the top here. I usually buy half dozen or more boxes at a time. It's just easier. I have half a shelf here, and on this one I have a full bottom shelf, which you can see I've got water down there, so I'll probably continue to put some more water down there. A full shelf here. This shelf this is still about half a shelf here and about a quarter of a shelf here, and the top shelf as well is still empty. So I have still got a lot of space in here to store stuff. Hey, Mr. Care Bear. Now I know you guys are going to say the window, the light, that kind of stuff, indirect sunlight and all that sort of thing, but the curtain in here I don't normally open. I've only got it open for a little bit better lighting in here. So that will get closed and none of my food will be indirect sunlight. So, but this is probably the darkest room in the house. But you can see we have verandas straight outside this door. So it's not indirect sunlight anyway. But that curtain is always usually closed. So yeah, so this is coming together nicely. There's still a bit of work to do, still some restocking to do because I haven't been shopping properly, and this then will be the best little supermarket that you can come around. So when my 22-year-old comes to visit, he goes, "Let's go shopping in Mum's cupboard, shall we, and see what we can find." So yeah, they seem to think it's their personal shopping shop where they can just take what they want home with them. But I have to keep an eye on them to make sure that they don't actually take my produce home with them. So, but yeah, so guys, that is the shelving cupboards together. It is really, really easy to put together. You saw that I did that myself. A little bit of help at the end there from Mr. 16 putting that top shelf up because I was standing on the step, so I'm going to have to look at getting another step to put in here that lives in here, because the other one usually lives in the pantry in the kitchen. So, but yes, besides restocking this and filling this up with some more canned goods and the grocery items that I can't make, there's a whole lot of stuff that I'm going to want to learn how to make. Things like this curry that I get, so the green curries and the red curries and stuff like that, I want to learn how to actually make these so that I can can those up and have them on my shelf. Mustards is another one that I want to learn how to make myself. A corn relish, we like a corn relish dip, so that's another one that I'm going to look at learning to make as well. I only had this garlic in here because I accidentally bought a second one thinking I didn't have any. I usually have powdered garlic for when I forget to put garlic into my meals. So, but that's probably some cost-wise to make your own garlic powder. Unless you're growing your own garlic, which I don't at this stage, I find the amount of effort that goes into peeling them and all that kind of stuff is just not worth my time. So, obviously, I do jams. I make my own jams. I do have a heap of jams down on the shelf down here. I have like peach jam, mandarin jam, and stuff like that. But we just don't go through them quick enough. So half the time I just buy them strawberry jam. I don't make strawberry jam just for the simple fact that strawberries are way too expensive and it would cost me more to make the strawberry jam than it does for the $2 or $3 it costs for a jar. So yeah, there's a whole lot of things that I still want to learn how to make. Baked beans is one of them. I know that the tin spaghetti is something we can't can with our pressure canner because we can't have the spaghetti in it. Now, baked beans is one that I do want to learn how to make. I think that would be really, really good. But there's a lot of stuff like a soy sauce and things like that that I'm not sure whether it's something I'm going to look into making. But yes, and then there's still heaps of stuff like honey and maple syrup and stuff like that we don't have bees, so unless we get bees, but I don't think that's going to happen because one of my kids is slightly allergic to bees and she freaks out when they come around. So you know, things like 2-minute noodles, I know they're not very good for you, but if I'm not home and the kids are hungry still, they are easy for them to just cook them up and do it. Pasta, I would love to make my own pasta, but again, it is a time factor thing. I can go buy a packet of pasta for like $1, and I have instant pasta that because I mean it does take a fair amount of time to make pasta. I have looked into making pasta, and I may at some stage look at making a large quantity of pasta to put in on the shelves, but at this stage $1 packet pasta is it's just so much easier. And I know homemade pasta is going to be so much nicer to eat than store-bought pasta, but again, it's one of those things you got to think about the amount of money and your time as well. If you've got all the time in the day to make pasta, go ahead and make pasta. So yeah, I mean, I do my own tinned fruit as well, but you know, tins like this, when you can get these for $3.50, I'm pretty sure that's what I paid for these, or $3 because I think they were on special. It's still, you got to weigh up the fact of your time and all your ingredients that go into it. Sometimes it's actually cheaper, like pineapple, for instance. I love fresh pineapple, but when a pineapple is $3, I think recently the pineapple's between $4 and $5, even up to $6, and a packet of, they're usually about half a kilo. So this is a 400-gram packet of pineapple chunks. It's in a packet. I haven't had to do it, and I think I usually only get these on special. That's why I usually get a whole heap of them as well. $2, something like that. So buying pineapple in a packet is not as nice, and it's a lot more sugar and stuff in it. But sometimes, again, you have to weigh up the cost. I mean, $5 for a pineapple, and then you also have to go through all the process of adding your sugar and everything like that. And I mean, it's generally 1 pineapple per jar, so a $5 pineapple is not going to make things cheaper, and that's where I'm always looking at, is a way to make things cheaper. If I could grow my own pineapples, that would be lovely. So, I mean, passion fruit, I buy tins of passion fruit. These are like 90 cents or something. My passion fruit are still out on the vine. They are just starting to ripen. So over the next couple of years, I'll be able to do my own pineapple, tinned pineapple. But yeah, so there's a whole heap of things that, you know, cream. We don't have a cow. I have to buy my own cream and milk. So there is a lot of things that I still purchase because I either don't know how to make it myself, or it's just not worth the time and the money that goes into it. But yeah, so this is the pantry, which is expanding really, really nicely. I will at some stage go through when I have restocked and show you exactly what I keep in here at a later stage. So, alright guys, thank you very much for joining me down here at Little Patch and helping me get this pantry shelf put together by ourselves. We are amazing, and I will catch you on the next vid.